Good morning, everyone. Let's start by unpacking the idea behind the phrase "don't react." Cut them off silently. It might feel powerful, like a shield against pain. But is it? In 2025, where every interaction can feel loaded, we need to ask ourselves, are we protecting our boundaries or building walls that keep us from truly connecting? Boundaries are often misunderstood as rigid lines drawn to keep people out, but they are so much more than that. They are acts of self-respect and care, rooted in clarity about our needs and values. Setting boundaries isn't about shutting others down or cutting them off. It's about creating a framework that allows relationships to thrive in healthy, meaningful ways. Think of a boundary as a bridge. It doesn't separate us from others. It gives us a way to meet them in the middle while staying grounded in who we are. When we fail to set boundaries, resentment and exhaustion creep in. We overextend ourselves, say yes when we mean no, and lose sight of our own worth. But when we clearly and calmly communicate what we need, we invite others to understand us better. We're giving them the opportunity to step up and meet us with respect. Boundaries also teach others how we want to be treated. They aren't about control, they're about connection. By setting limits with love and intention, we create space for authentic relationships where trust and mutual respect can flourish. Boundaries are bridges, pathways to deeper understanding, connection, and peace for everyone involved. Silence can be one of the most powerful tools we have in navigating relationships and emotions. It can create space for reflection, calm heightened emotions, and serve as a moment to choose how we want to respond. But like any tool, its impact depends entirely on how and why we use it. Silence wielded with intention can foster healing, and clarity. Silence used as a weapon can cause confusion and harm. When we choose silence, we must ask ourselves, what is my purpose here? If silence is used to avoid a difficult conversation or to punish someone, it can deepen misunderstandings and erode trust. Silence becomes a wall, shutting out the possibility of growth and connection. However, when silence is chosen thoughtfully to protect our peace, to reflect on our emotions, or to set boundaries, it transforms into an act of self-care and strength. This intention matters because it shapes the energy behind our actions. Silence with intention communicates, I need this time for myself, and that's okay. It allows us to respond rather than react, creating opportunities for healthier, more thoughtful interactions. In this way, silence doesn't just protect, it empowers. It becomes a tool not of avoidance, but of mindful presence and purpose. Cutting someone off can be one of the most difficult decisions we face, yet it can also be an act of profound love both for ourselves and for the other person. This isn't about vengeance or teaching someone a lesson. It's about recognizing when a relationship has become harmful, unsustainable, or no longer serves our growth. Walking away is not a declaration of hate or indifference. It's often a boundary drawn from a place of deep care for our well-being and a recognition of the limits of what we can offer. When we cut someone off with love, we acknowledge that continuing the relationship as it is would only lead to more hurt, resentment, or dysfunction. This action isn't about punishment, but about creating space for healing on both sides. Sometimes the most compassionate thing we can do is to let go, freeing both ourselves and the other person from a dynamic that no longer works. Love in action means leaving with integrity. It's about being clear with ourselves and, if possible, the other person about why this step is necessary. It's not easy, but it is often the bravest and most respectful way to honor both our needs and theirs. In a world increasingly defined by division, digital noise, and the pull to retreat into our comfort zones, courage in 2025 isn't about building higher walls, it's about forging deeper connections. True courage lies in resisting the urge to isolate ourselves or adopt the unbothered persona that's become so popular. Instead, it's about leaning into the hard work of vulnerability, communication, and understanding. Connection requires bravery because it demands that we show up authentically, even when it's uncomfortable. It means picking up the phone instead of ghosting someone, having the hard conversations instead of avoiding them, and offering grace even when it feels undeserved. In a time when it's easier than ever to curate an image of perfection online, courage looks like admitting we don't have it all together. It looks like asking for help or saying, I'm hurt, but I want to work through this. In 2025, courage means fighting the narrative that says independence is strength and recognizing that true strength is found in interdependence. It's knowing that our ability to connect, to empathize, and to truly see one another is what will heal wounds, build bridges, and create a world where everyone feels they belong.